Welcome back to the Fever, everyone, for a look at our AJ Player of the Week this week. It's another quarterback who has his team heading into the postseason as Monterey tries to make a run into the first round. Talk a little bit more about Brady Gunn and his performance last week. Here's George with our Player of the Week.
All right, welcome back, everybody, for this week's AJ Player of the Week. And today we're at Monterey, and quarterback Brady Gunn of the Monterey Plainsmen. Brady with a big game, 137 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the Monterey Plainsmen are in the playoffs for the first time since 2007. Talk about Brady. I'm sure this has been just an outstanding, interesting, fun week so far at school for you guys.
Yes, sir. All season since we started, our one goal has been to make the playoffs, and we've been working hard, and we got in.
Talk about, you guys, were able to really run the ball very well against Lubbock High. What was the key out there Friday night?
Our linemen just did a good job up front against that D-line and got a good push, and me and Walker just ran behind them.
Now, obviously, defenses are going to key on Thomas Walker, but, you really had some open holes. Was it just something they were doing? You able to read the holes? What was the key out there?
Well, that fake to Thomas is a pretty big distraction when he leads the district in rushing and is as quick and good as he is, so wasn't too hard for me to follow behind him.
Yeah, do you feel like maybe you're just in time for the playoffs, I guess, trying to just really kind of finding the groove in this offense?
Yes, sir. We started clicking, started doing everything we need to right.
What is starting to work for you guys? Is it just opening holes? Is it finding the right reads? What's working for you guys?
Just executing everything. Passing game, running game, everything's just really started to click.
Now, obviously, you guys are in the playoffs. Do you feel, or I guess, what is the feeling going in, with the playoffs, and with a 2-8 record? I think maybe teams are probably going to overlook you guys.
Yes, sir. We've had a bunch of games that have been pretty close that we probably should have won. We just haven't pulled out. But 2-8, it's not that good, but I think we're playing really good right now. We're pretty excited going in.
Talk about, it was almost kind of a surreal scene on the field Friday night. Nobody wanting to go home, everybody hanging around trying to find where. What was that like on the field on Friday night?
It's pretty nerve-wracking, waiting on that other score to see if we could get in, but turned out good.
So I guess to kind of assess you guys' chances going against El Dorado in Midland, a couple hours away, what kind of game are you guys expecting?
Expecting a good game. They're a good team. I'm excited that I think we have a good chance.
Well, I'll tell you what, if the Plainsmen play like they did last week and get the kind of production out of Brady Gunn that they did last week, Monterey's got a good shot. That's your AJ Player of the Week. Travis, back to you.
George, a good example of a player turning it on at the right time for a team that really needed it.
Absolutely. Brady Gunn with an outstanding performance from Monterey. And, everybody knew about Thomas Walker. Coach Speck talked about Thomas Walker coming into the game, about stopping the district's leading rusher. They weren't able to do that. But the thing is, Brady Gunn was the one that was actually running that offense and making the right reads at the right time and getting 137 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. When they got in the red zone, credit Monterey. They did the job they were supposed to do, and Brady Gunn was a big part of that.
All right, when we come back, a handful of teams won't be going to the postseason. Their season is officially over for 2010. We'll take a look back at the regular season and what those teams hope to accomplish heading into next year back on the Fever.